Hello everybody, and welcome to your future. My name is Veronica, and today I will be reading some tarot for you. Today we are going to be using a spread called the High Priestess by Labyrinthos. I'll put a link to it in the description. This is a 6-card spread inspired by the High Priestess tarot card. This spread is designed to help you understand your subconscious and unlock your higher wisdom. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to pick a pile of tarot cards. Don't think about it too much, just pick.
Go ahead now, take a moment and pause the video if you need to, but pick whichever deck you like.
If you chose the Dreaming Way Tarot, this reading is for you. Your first card is the Two of Swords, and this is representing something that needs to be uncovered or brought to light in your life. You're keeping a lid or maybe even suppressing your emotions, and you might be doing so because of a tense situation or something that you're really trying to hold in balance. But what that's really leading to is just this sort of tense, eternal stalemate. So I would say the thing that needs to be uncovered is your feelings about this situation. Wherever this tension in your life is, it seems like you might be holding back how you really feel about it just to maintain some kind of balance, but it's really going to lead nowhere in the end, and you're going to be trapped in this tense stalemate. So your second card is the Eight of Pentacles, and this card is representing something that you're avoiding in your life. This card to me really represents either training or schooling, so wanting to improve yourself or improve on a skill that you have, or an opportunity to integrate either a new work opportunity or a new hobby in your life. This card really relates to work, labor, and even self-improvement. Whatever emotion you're holding back right now is causing you to avoid something that could be an improvement to yourself or your life, whether that's improving a skill or a hobby or taking a work opportunity. So your third card is the Nine of Cups. And this is a really interesting position for this one to be in because this position is representing an unconscious fear that you have. But this is often a very positive card. This card is often a representation of having all of your needs or your desires fulfilled. So whatever it is that you want right now, you're unconsciously afraid of getting it. And that may be what's driving your decision to be avoidant of your feelings and of these opportunities coming your way. You might be feeling afraid to get exactly what it is that you want. Now your fourth card is helping us understand what that thing that you want is. And this is the Eight of Swords. What I ultimately see here is that your real desire is to be freed from restraint. So a lot of these other cards have been pointing to the fact that you're feeling restrained in your emotions, and your real desire is to be free from that. So your fifth card is the Eight of Cups, and this is representing what you need to do to make that desire happen. Now, to me, this really helps explain why you're so afraid to get what you want, because what you need to do is walk away. There is someone or something in your life, maybe this person that is making you feel like you need to ignore your emotions or turn away from your hobbies or your goals. You need to walk away. And once you make that decision, you make your feelings clear, you'll be able to have that release from restraint that you need so much. And that brings us to our last card, the wisdom you need to gain right now and the next steps for how to proceed. Now, death can be kind of a scary card to see, but to me it makes perfect sense in this reading. The death card is all about transformation and change. And it's true that sometimes things have to end before a new beginning can happen or it's time for them to change. And so that's really the wisdom here for you, that sometimes it's okay to end something, to walk away, so that your life can change and you can have exactly what you need. All right, pile number one, that was spicy. I guess you need to break up with your boyfriend or something. Quit your job, break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or move out of your parents' house, ditch your roommate even. Somebody has to go. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you have any requests or suggestions. I'll be back with more readings in the future. In the meantime, take care of yourself, love yourself, trust yourself. You're beautiful. Bye! If you picked the Aquarian Tarot, this one's for you. Actually, these are very beautiful. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your first card is the Hermit, and this is representing something in your life that needs to be uncovered or brought to light. Now, what I see in this card is a need or ability to do some introspective work and perhaps even gain personal or spiritual knowledge from doing so. So what I even see here is perhaps there's maybe a spiritual side of you or something that you need to learn about yourself that maybe you're not aware of yet, or that's maybe been hidden from you. So you may have some inner work to do, some introspection, meditation, whatever it is you do to get in touch with yourself. So there may be something for you to find out about your inner self or even your own spirituality. So your second card is the Page of Cups. You may be avoiding your own emotional sensitivity or a need or an opportunity for some kind of personal growth, and that might be spiritual or it might be creative. I definitely see that has to do with your emotions, and that may be why you're avoiding it. It may require vulnerability that you're not ready for. So your third card is the Ten of Cups, and this is representing an unconscious fear that's acting on the situation right now. Now, this is usually a really positive card. It represents happiness and balance in your interpersonal relationships. So what I would see here, thinking about the other two cards we've looked at so far, you may be in a situation where you are clinging to or fostering unhealthy relationships, and there may be this sort of fear of monotony or stability that comes with a healthy relationship. And the fact that you're doing this might be hindering your spiritual, creative, or personal growth. This is your fourth card, the Six of Wands, and this represents what you want right now. So this represents kind of two main things to me. One is that you want to be successful. You want to come through this and succeed in whatever it is that you're doing right now. You don't just want to succeed though, you want to be recognized. Not only do you want your success to be recognized, looking at the other cards that we've seen so far in this spread, you may need someone to recognize your creativity or for somebody to recognize your emotions. So your fifth card is the Moon, and this really represents the work that you need to do to bring your desire into the light. And this really resonates with everything we've talked about so far because it speaks to developing yourself spiritually, getting in touch with your spiritual abilities and with your creativity and with your emotions. So it sounds like there's this really sensitive, spiritual, creative part of you that you maybe have been neglecting out of fear, but it's time to bring that into the light. And if you do that while being honest with yourself, you can find the success and the interpersonal recognition that you need. And this is your sixth card, representing kind of your final takeaway for this and what you need to do to move forward. And this is the Seven of Wands. So here I see you really need to take a firm stand and have the courage to be vulnerable. This whole spread to me is really leaning into that either creative or emotional or spiritual vulnerability, and that being something that you need and that you need to have recognized. And the next steps towards making that really happen is to really take a stand and hold your ground and have the courage to do what's scaring you right now in order to move forward. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you have any requests or suggestions. I'll be back with more readings in the future. In the meantime, take care of yourself, love yourself, trust yourself, you're beautiful. Bye! If you picked the Essential Tarot, this is your reading. We're all shuffled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your first card is the Page of Cups, and this represents something that needs to be uncovered in your life. So what I'm seeing here is a new friendship that may come out of a part of your life where you aren't expecting it. Maybe this person has been wanting to be close with you for a while, or there's an old friend that would like to come back into your life. Now, in either of these situations, there may be some more tender feelings beyond friendship involved, and that might be what needs to be uncovered. This card can also represent somebody wanting to take a new step or go to the next phase in a relationship. So you may have a friendship on the horizon that has the potential to turn into something more. So this is your second card. This is the Six of Wands, and this represents something that you might be avoiding right now. Now this card can represent things like good decisions and success, so you might be in a position where you're not making very good choices for yourself right now. So when you think about the themes of the friendships going on with the Page of Cups that we looked at first, I see that new friendship might be a sort of turn of events in terms of your decision making. So maybe right now you have some friends or even a romantic partner in your life that they're not very supportive of you making good choices for yourself, or they're not giving you an environment to make those new choices. But whoever is sort of coming up on the horizon, whoever it is whose feelings and intentions are going to be uncovered, they might have that in mind for you and might represent a turning point where you're able to start making good decisions for yourself. So your third card is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is representing something that is an unconscious fear for you right now. To me, this is saying that you might be afraid of settling down, of taking things slowly, and maybe even of becoming boring. And that might be why you're not making the best decisions for yourself right now, or not surrounding yourself with the people who are going to be supportive of you. You may also be feeling afraid of commitment. Again, that fear of kind of settling things down and taking them slow is coming up here. So this is your fourth card. It represents something that you really want right now. And so what I see here is that despite your fears, you really do want to be successful, and you may even want to start something new in your life. You have goals for your future, and you want to be in an environment where you can achieve them. So what you really want is relationships with your friends, family, even romantic partners that are going to be supportive of that kind of success, supportive of you really following those goals. So your fifth card is the Nine of Pentacles, and this represents the work that you need to do to get that thing that you want. So what I see here is that you're going to need to become more self-reliant and be able to build yourself up. Even if those relationships that you have in your life right now aren't supportive of your success, and the new person that we see coming into your life from the Page of Cups at the beginning might be someone who encourages you to do that, and that might be a new experience for you. This is your sixth card representing your final words of wisdom and how things are going to be moving forward. And this card is the Six of Swords. And this is just a really positive message, which is a really nice thing to wrap up this kind of reading with. So despite the things that might be scaring you about moving forward, or the people in your life that may be less than supportive, as long as you learn to rely on yourself and believe in yourself, things will be okay. There are better times coming. That's the main message of this card. You see the boat going happily into the sun there, moving forward to better days. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you have any requests or suggestions. I'll be back with more readings in the future. In the meantime, take care of yourself, love yourself, trust yourself. You're beautiful. Bye! If you picked the Inversion Tarot, this is your reading. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your first card is the Sun, and this is representing something that is hidden maybe in your life and needs to be uncovered or is being suppressed. So what I would see here is that you may have this really bright, exuberant way of expressing yourself. Again, I'm really seeing like a kind of bright, maybe even loud self-expression. Like when you think of the sun, you think of all that brightness and energy and warmth, and that may be a part of you that you've been suppressing, maybe even out of fear of being too much, but you've got this really wonderful way of expressing yourself that needs to be uncovered and let out. So your second card is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is representing something that you are avoiding. So one of the things this card can represent is being in touch with your physicality, your physical nature. And that's what I would see here, especially in relationship to the sun in the first position of this spread. So there may be something about your physical self, your physical nature that you're avoiding or you're out of touch with. This might be something in regards to your sensuality, your sexuality, and you may even be denying yourself some kind of physical pleasure. So this is your third card, the Queen of Wands, and this represents something that is an unconscious fear for you right now. And in the spread, that might be sort of the reason behind what's going on with the first two cards. So in that context with this card, you might be afraid of a powerful feminine aspect of yourself, a sensual aspect of yourself. When I say feminine, I'm really talking archetypally. So even if you're not a feminine person, if you think about what feminine and sensual feminine energy embodies, there might be something there that is frightening to you about yourself, or something that just you're not comfortable with. You might be afraid to let yourself be passionate or sensual in some way. So this is your fourth card, and it is representing what you really want right now. And this is the Page of Cups. And so what I see here in this context is that you really want warmth and love and attraction and connection with somebody. This is what you want out of your relationships. And looking at the three cards we just saw, it might be something that you're holding yourself back from by denying some part of yourself. So this is your fifth card, the Moon, and this is representing the work that you need to do to get what you want. And so what I would see here is that you really need to learn to trust your intuition and trust yourself. There is this kind of magical, powerful, sensual, kind of divine feminine energy in you. Again, even if you're not really a feminine person in identity, the divine feminine is speaking to that sensual, intuitive part of you that it seems like you've been suppressing. And so this is part of your self-expression that you need to learn to trust, and part of your intuition that you need to learn to trust and let out. So this is the sixth card, the Nine of Cups, and this is representing kind of your final takeaway, your final words of wisdom, and what is going to come out of this situation. And this is a great card to end on. It's pretty straightforward in saying that as long as you do that work of trusting yourself and you learn to express yourself, you will get what you want. You will have that connection that you're looking for, that love and warmth and happiness. It will be okay. You just need to do that work of learning to trust yourself and your intuition. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you have any requests or suggestions. I'll be back with more readings in the future. In the meantime, take care of yourself, love yourself, trust yourself. You're beautiful. Bye!